Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Hey guys, how are you? How'd you like that? How'd you like that entrance, guys? Let me see. Am I? No, I'm not. For once in my life, I'm not buffering now. Woohoo! How is yeah, well, forget about it. Now I see I'm buffering. How's everybody doing today? You know, I like to always ask you how you're doing. Let me just let this calm down a little bit and stop buffering. And then we shall proceed with talking. Okay, here we go. I'm back to normal. Again, I have no idea why I buffer like that. But how did you guys like my little entrance today? Think, was it nice? Did it sound broadcasty? Let's see. Oh, this is dope. Oh, this is dope. So yes, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves and had a beautiful day. You know that, of course, I had a beautiful day. For the most part, everything was well. Um, I think I'm very good at taking myself out of dark places. So I hope that you guys have learned something from Hello World because I have been trying my best to utilize the tools that we talk about here every night, or mostly every night. So, yes, guys, today, hey, Storage Pirate Ricardo. Hey, Eat Sleep. How are you? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys. So, I pretty much woke up this morning. I didn't get a full good rest or whatever. I was like, I couldn't sleep after a while. You know how like you have things on your mind sometimes and it keeps you up? That's not good. Hey, NASCAR man. Yes, I'm doing exactly how you did it. It's NASCAR man 3345. Hello, world. That's just for you, NASCAR man. So, guys, you know how you have some things that weigh you down, and sometimes it's hard for you to sleep through the entire night. Um, but it was like I was sleeping good, and then I woke up out of the blue because I started thinking about something that, you know, I can't get my fingers on right now. You know, you always get relief and release when you're able to solve a riddle or issue or whatever, right? In your own, either in your own head or situational or whatever the case may be. Um, so yes, I went to work. Work was good. No complaints there as usual. And then I'm thankful for that because I couldn't say that a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure some of us couldn't say that when we were working or when you were working at whatever location you will work at and whatever industry you were in. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells, and give me some thumbs up. Yes. So yes, work was good. I'm thankful that it's consistently decent and no little to no stress. Amazing. Um, and then today I took it easy. I just came back, and this is going to bring us right into the topic, right? Removing clutter from our lives. So I came back here and I said, you know what? It's been a while. I've been looking at my kitchen and seeing just piles and piles of empty plastic bags that I normally fold up and just, tuck away in a drawer. And I was like, my dining room table is looking a hot mess. So I actually had time to clean up that mess. And then I went through the closet to see if there were any items that I could give away. And I just found one pair of shoes, um, some dress shirts that I know I will never wear again, but I had it there anyway. You know, like what I was saying, how you have things that you just have just to say you know that is there, but you know you're not going to use it or whatever. You're just attached to it. So I didn't even try them on. I said, you know what? It's not going to fit. I just put it away. So those are some things I'm going to give away. I was like, ooh, but I could go to a flea market and sell them. But I said, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to give it away. So I only had like maybe a handful of things. I was gonna start giving away some of my coats, but then I still had that little attachment because I'm like, what if I want to switch up coats? Guys, in the winter season, I end up wearing one coat the whole season because it's comfortable and it keeps me warm. The other coats I have, they're very fashionable, but they are not tangible for the kind of weather that, you know, I just want to be warm from head to toe. I don't want to feel no type of coldness. So I haven't gotten that far yet to give those coats away. I did give away two, and so, that is what it is. I'll eventually go through my shoes and give some of those away too, because there are shoes that I have that are very fashionable, but I just will not wear them again. Or no, I have no use of wearing them. So I have to cut the cord and let it go. Now, the reason why it's important for me to get rid of stuff and refresh the area, because I consistently say this: in order for you to accept new things, you have to let go of some of the old things, right? So if we're not always in okay with being transitioned into different phases of life, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time, and that means you're going to have a hard time with change. And if you feel and know that you already have a hard time with change, I say start decluttering your home, your bedroom, your kitchen, your living room, your dining room. Start decluttering those things so that you prepare your whole mindset for not getting used to things always being the same. That is a hard thing to do because I just told you guys I have things that I know I can get rid of, but I just simply um, still have them. Not for any particular reason, not because it reminds me of anything. It's just, well, if I get rid of it, what if I want to use it? I haven't used it in X amount of years, so when will I ever use it? And then to even make it even more, if I wanted to, I could try to sell them, but then if it doesn't sell right away, then I'm just holding up more stuff. So I'm just gonna give it away. What about people in our lives? There are people in your lives who do nothing but always throw shade. And when I say throw shade, like, subtle things sometimes they'll say, like, or um, if you're trying to do something positive, they're like, oh, they'll throw in a little shade, like, oh, that's not going to work for you. Something sometimes it's more subtle than that, but other times it's blatant like that. But we also need to start decluttering ourselves from people. Like, I'm all about making our I'm all about progressing our world continuously into something better. I'm all about that. But there are some people who give the appearance that they are amazing and great and love you, but really they're just there to leech off of whatever shine you may have. And you may not even have that much shine. Like, I'm not even saying publicly, but just like shine, like take some of your joy away. Say take some of your the good parts of you away because it's something that they admire and wish they had. And instead of being happy for you for having those things, they just want to take it for themselves. Now, some of those people may not even realize that's what they're doing. We'll call them killjoys for now, for lack of other idea of what to label them as. Some people do have good intentions, but they just don't come from a pure heart. That doesn't work, right? So, yeah, as much as I'm all for, us all banding together and doing great things together, you don't have to have them as close. You can band together in a group, but you don't have to let certain people as close as others because they may not be chemically good for you. Again, for lack of other descriptions, they may not be chemically good for you. So you know how oil and water don't mix, they just pop off. That's how some people are to us, but doesn't mean that they're not good people. It just means that they're not good for you at the moment. Maybe there's something inside of you that needs to become more strong to adequately handle these people, or otherwise, they may kill joy, kill your joy. Um, so, yeah, sometimes we have to remove those clutter friends, family, loved ones, relationships, romantic relationships. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and she was just saying how she just can't understand how so many people can be in relationships. And I said, here's the thing that we fail to realize. A lot of people just are in relationships. Get it? They're just in relationships because they don't want to be alone. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to just be in a relationship versus living and thriving in a relationship is two different things. Wouldn't you rather be living and thriving in a relationship rather than saying, oh, I'm in a relationship and, we do fun things and everything is great. But deep down inside, it's not really what you want. Remove the clutter. Am I stepping on some toes? I don't know. But the end result of removing clutter is saying to God, Buddha, whoever your higher power, whoever you believe in, you're saying to that entity that you are more than willing and able to allow them to bring your best, optimal thing in your life: relationships, romance, friends, work. There are so many people who are in jobs and the same thing, they're just working. Wouldn't you rather work in an industry and in a job where it makes you thrive and grow and makes you have the most optimal outcome to your highest self? Wouldn't you rather that? It's very scary. Nobody, I don't see many people who are willing to give up the comforts of their lives just to test the waters to see if something is amazing and better for them. I'm the same one too. In certain areas of my life, I definitely say that would be absolutely scary. And would I want to do that? No. But would it be for my best good if I could just get a preview? Right? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just get a preview, like just go into the blind and be like, oh, that's okay, I'm fine. Nope. Because you have to activate those things by trusting, believing, and knowing that everything will be all right. I'll be right back. Hey, Eva, how are you? Hey, Mary Dells, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. I'll be right back, guys. Chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, so as you know, I'm always cooking. Um, that's just me. I enjoy doing it. But guys, this is a human thing that we have issues with. It's a human thing. It's not just a joy, it's not just a you and you and you and whoever else is watching thing. It's a human thing. But imagine, guys, if you declutter, take the time to declutter the things in your life. Would you believe me if I could prove to you and show you that once you just get rid of a few things, and don't do it with the intention of saying, okay, when I get rid of this, I'm going to get what I want. It doesn't always work that way. Because again, everything happens in stages. If you are not ready and prepared to have the very things that you want and desire, you will not get them because you will not be able to appreciate them, nor will you know how to utilize them to the fullest versus when you're ready. You get what I'm saying? Lime water. And for the last few days, I've had to take my black seed oil because I was getting all congested up here. And I can say after 3 days, I'm fine. Thank God, because I can't afford to feel any type of sickness at all. So, guys, this is serious. Removing clutter from our lives. I just know that by simply rotating things, even if you have no clutter to remove, just rotate things sometimes. Move, shift up your living space. Shift it up and trust and believe things will change. And then sometimes we have people, friends. Let's just talk about people and friends right now in our lives who we know just hold you back in some ways. You have to create some distance between you and them. You really do. At least try to create some distance, meaning maybe not actively reach out to them as often. Because here's the great thing, too. I believe in God, right? So for me, and for however else anybody else, whatever you believe in, it'll work the way you work, right? So I always say, I'm like, God, if this person isn't supposed to be in my life, just remove them. And many a times they've been removed. And it's not for me, not from arguments or anything like that. It's just, and I've always spoken for like romance, always romance. That's what I've always spoken it for. Like friendships and stuff, I never, maybe I should have, but I never used it for that. But when it happened, those relationships dissolved. And again, it wasn't like we had a bad breakup or, well, maybe one was, but we had a bad breakup or whatever. Some of them, it just like, we just lost contact. That's a great way of helping you create distance. Ask your higher power, ask God, whoever you believe in, to reveal if this person is for you, keep them. If they're not, remove them. That's a hard thing to do, especially when you get used to having people in your life that make you feel comfortable. But life isn't about being comfortable, it's about us progressively moving forward, getting things done, and also enjoying getting things done during the mix. I was watching A Productions video today too, and he is absolutely selling every single thing in his home. So guys, if you are in the Philadelphia area and you want to get some cool finds, check out his page. It's A Productions, A-DUBB Productions. He has some items on sale and for little to nothing. So I think he sold 12 pairs of true religion jeans for $40. So yeah, it's a good deal if you guys want to go or run on over to his page and check that video out. He's getting rid of everything in his house and he is going to move forward. And I always wonder like how it must feel for him to just give away or sell away all of the items that he's had for so many years. And I mean, he's selling everything, everything. And I guess starting from scratch. And I'm like, okay, that's a deep cleaning. I do my little mid cleans, but not the deep cleans. How about you guys? Are you willing to do a deep clean in your life? Those clingy people who just cling on to you. How about this? Let's use this as an example, right? You have a friend or two who, whenever they call, they don't ask you about your life, but all of a sudden they start throwing all of their emotional garbage on you. Not that you have a problem with listening and being empathetic to them, but is that relationship or that friendship or that conversation, is it something that you hold on to and are not able to process and release so that you can continue to be okay? You might want to consider distancing yourself from those type of people, because while again they're not bad people, but they may stump your growth. Hey Anna. And if you stump your growth, then you miss out on that much more you could have acquired, attained in life, all because you want to be there. And again, there's nothing wrong with be there, but then you have to be able to disconnect whatever information they gave you from your life, because we're creatures of absorption. And so when one person throws their trash on you, you sometimes absorb that trash, and then now you're a little lower than what you were, like, emotionally. And if you don't realize it or catch it in enough time, you soon too will start feeling emotionally down. All these things are going to start happening to you. So if you can perfect listening and not allowing it to attach to you, then they're not an issue. But if you know that as soon as you talk to them, once you hang up that phone, you feel just down, got to reevaluate yourself first and that relationship or friendship. Work. Well, I want to work at my job. Well, if I work there by 12 years in, or 5 years in, I'll be a manager. By 10 years in, I'll be the CEO. But guess what? What if that may have not been the best or optimal thing that would have made your life amazing? Would you settle, or would you try door number two, the road less traveled? If you would just remove the clutter in your mind, thinking that you can't find anything better, there's nothing else out there, remove that mind clutter and watch and see what doors may open for you. Or maybe there are doors that are opened, but you're afraid to step in them because they're not in the same format that you're used to. Guys, life is not about a routine always. The only routine that we should have is practicing good hygiene. Everything else is up for grabs. Because I think if a lot more of us lived to live, I honestly believe that we would have better life experiences. Now, again, this is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me or not. Or if you think it's pure garbage, test it for yourself. You know how I like a challenge, right? Test and show it to be approved or disapproved. If I never had all of the clutter removed from my life, and I'm sure there's a lot more that can be removed, I wouldn't be sitting here. And I often talk about that. I was so engrossed in everybody else's hurts, pains, whys, and, you know, let me help, that you forgot all about yourself. Don't get lost by giving your whole self, because you cannot be effective if you're not fully knowing who you are. You can make little dents in things, but imagine if you can actually pick up a boulder and move it if you're full and whole. WHOLE. So consider moving the clutter in your life. Start little. Go room by room in your house or home or whatever you want to call it. Room by room. And if you have children, get them involved too. Because far be it that we agree or no, our kids have emotions and feelings and they have the same type of things. It's just different than us. The situations are more like friends and stuff like that. But teach them. Start removing clutter, and tell them the importance of removing clutter so that when they get to our age, they're not afraid to remove clutter. It'll just be like that. They won't have the same type of routines and getting stuck in a rut because of a routine or because of fear of change. Isn't that what life is supposed to be about when you have children? To let them have a better life experience than you did? So teach them. Their bedrooms may be small, maybe big, but show them the responsibility of, okay, if you're not doing this every 6 months as a family, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go room by room and take out the things we're not using and give them away or sell them, whatever you want to do. But we got to keep it fresh. We got to keep you remembering that don't get too attached for too long to certain things, because when you get attached to things, kind of like how it is with a cancer cell, it kind of just sucks it out and feeds it and it takes all over everything. Maybe that was a bad example, but that's how being stuck in a routine can be. It's so hard to cut away. But if you're constantly cleaning and everything is like sliding, nothing can cling to it. Those emotional ties cannot cling to you. So therefore, you can move through life a lot easier. Your life experience will be a lot brighter because you don't expect a routine. Your relationships will be a lot easier and lighter because you'll perfected how to not be attached to things that people tell you that may make them down, but doesn't make you down, but you can be there, but not allow it to consume you as well. That job, it's okay to move from job to job every few years or so. Nothing wrong with that. If that's in your plan or if that's necessary. Like some people, it's not necessary for them to move, but maybe you can move your location. Just a thought. If you're perfectly happy and things are great, then great. Let it be, but you still do need to refresh because you can always use room for even better. There's always room for even better, don't you think? I think so. If life can be better than this, then I'll be willing to accept it. Isn't that what life is about? To enjoy? So if I can get more enjoyment in life by just decluttering certain things, shoot, give it to me. When I die, I want to die like this with a big smile on my face because at least I know, you know what? I enjoyed my life. I enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed all of the great experiences that I had. I enjoyed the changes that were made. They may have been a little bumpy, but they were great in the long run. I enjoy the people that I had around me, the people that influenced me, the people that I influenced. That's what it's all about. Die with a big happy smile face. You know what I mean? So remove the clutter. Learn something different. That's also removing clutter. Go take a class of some sort. Something that you've always been interested in doing, but you just never got around to doing it. Do it. You guys go on vacation, right? Or you have time off sometimes, right? So schedule something that you've never thought you would ever do and do it. Or things that you've thought about doing and just never had the time to do it. Here we go again with this jumpy eye. So what are you waiting for? Don't you feel excited to just say, ooh, when I get off of this live stream with Joy, I'm going to start in my bedroom. I'm going to start throwing away all of the holy socks, the holy underwear, the overstretched bras, the overstretched drawers that, need to go in the garbage, the drawers that I've had for 5 years that should have been thrown away 6 months after I used them, the bras that the wire is already poking out and poking you in the chest. Come on, guys. We all have experienced that with the sock, right? When you put your foot in the whole all four of your toes. Wait, hold on, let me make sure. All wait, no, 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 no. All five of your toes. No, no. Let's say all four of your toes poking out. Or at least the big toe and the second toe, they're poking out. But you love that sock. Remove it. Throw it away. Don't even try to sell it. Throw it away. Don't even sew it up. Throw it away. Okay, maybe sew it up and then give it away, because you can reuse that for something else or for someone else to enjoy. Or, okay, fine. If you want to keep it for yourself, keep it for yourself, but at least you repurposed it and you're not just leaving it in the same state. But if the heel is gone, then you got to throw it away. Speaking of which, I need to go through my whole box again, because I'm sure there's certain things I could just throw away and just refresh. It's about making room for new things, guys. It's about it's about making room for new things. What about all of those shirts that you have that are like just sitting there? You never wore them, or you maybe wore them twice, but you just have them because you're like, oh, maybe I might want to wear them. You're not going to. Give it away or sell it, because you're going to make room for a better shirt that you'll actually wear and enjoy. Those dresses, the suits, you're not going to put them back on, then give it away or sell it. Whatever you want to do, you got to open up room. Hmm, I think I'm going to rearrange my paintings, switch it up a little bit. So when I look up, I'm like, wait a second, I have to do a double take because it's not the same. Even with that, guys, the decor in your home, switch your curtains up every season, or, however often you want to switch it up. Switch your shower curtains up, put some fun ones up. Even your bath towels. You may think that they're fine, and they probably look fine, and they probably are fine, but sometimes you just got to refresh them. Give it away or throw it away. Refresh the whole thing. Refresh and replace. Only because it keeps you like, oh, this is nice. This is different. It keeps you in a space of anticipation. Ooh. Don't you want to anticipate more good things? How can you anticipate good things when you have and look at the same old things often? Refresh, guys. Even with your carpet or your floors, maybe not change that often, but every 10, 15 years, change the carpet. Don't you deserve to walk on plushness and, you know, things like that? It's just an idea. Change your furniture. You know, the cushion and all of the cushion is gone out of that furniture. Buy something different. Oh, but it's still good. Yeah, but you've used it enough. Keep on having that openness. Get a different color. Not white though, because white will get dirty fast. Or if you don't want to change your sofa, turn the cushions. Move the sofa to a different location. Do something that says, you know what, life, I'm not used to a routine. So give me more. Give me more good. And guess what? When you give away stuff that's still good for those who cannot afford it, or if you sell it to people who couldn't afford it at the price value that you bought it for, it's brand new to them. So therefore, you're doing a threefold. You're helping someone else out as well. So think of it that way. If you like say, well, Joy, you're crazy. I'm not giving away good stuff. Well, someone else will see it as brand spanking new, but it changes your optical view. It changes your whole psyche and always keeping that frame of anticipating something different, something fresh. It keeps you expecting life to continue to give you something different, something fresh, something new. Maybe you are the kind of person who likes to buy used or vintage things. Wouldn't you want somebody to let go before it gets unusable? So think of it that way too. Shoot, after this, I'm probably gonna have to resurface everything, get new shower curtains because I love my shower curtains. Get new shower curtains, get new dish towels, get new mats, get everything new. There's nothing wrong with that. And then give it to someone else or sell it to someone else so that they can enjoy it for the remainder of its life. But now I've kept myself in anticipation of something new and fresh flowing through my life and not just getting used to the routine of life. Because how quickly and how often do we get to the routine of life and then just get stagnant? And then you know how you end up getting bored of something because you've made it too much of a routine. You never changed the math. So switch it up, guys. Nothing wrong with switching it up. Hey, Beth Collins. Hello, Beth Collins. How are you? Again, I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy removing clutter, especially when you think it's not clutter. But if you start thinking about things in a different way, like, yeah, it may not be clutter, which you're possibly right, but you're telling yourself that this is all that I'm content with when there's so much more. Just like for people who never travel outside of their own town or their own state, you're doing yourself a disjustice. Don't ever say you can't afford something because guess what? You can afford all the other things that you buy that may not be beneficial. So save the money that you bought with those things and go somewhere different. Experience different life, right? You get to experience the joys of whatever life has and whatever beauty that's out there. Romance, again, don't get into a romantic relationship or stay in a romantic relationship if it's not always one, if it's definitely not good, two, if it's not edifying you to your highest potential, 3, if you're just doing it because you want to pass time. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's up to you to figure out on your own. I'm not telling people to break up with nobody. I'm not telling people to get a divorce. I'm not telling people to do any of those things, but I'm just saying consider things before they go too far and you get used to the routine and you're just not happy. Or if you are married and you definitely love the person, but you're tired or bored, talk, switch it up, do something different together as a couple. Enjoy each other's space in different places. Go on dates. Go do different things. Go on a hike. Go on a walk. Do something different that will spruce up your relationship. Commit to each other that you're going to do once a month a weekend getaway or something to keep it vibrant. Because you can become a clutter if you don't keep on actively working. What's a lake that has no running water? Toxic. When water doesn't move, all these toxins become a part of it. So we guys can be like a lake with no movement, and we become toxic in certain ways. You don't have to agree with me, that's fine. If you do agree with me, that's fine too. But again, Hello World is all about making us think about things, right? We have to think about things differently sometimes. Maybe not always seeing everything the way that we thought was always the case, but maybe a different perspective. And you say, I may not agree, but maybe test the waters and see, like, you know what, maybe I do need to shift up the waters a little bit. Maybe I do need to buy a different blanket or buy some different sheets. These are getting a little worn. There's something different to sleep on. Rotate my bed, my mattress. Get a new mattress. How many years have y'all been sleeping on the same mattress? Maybe like, yeah, as soon as you go down, the springs don't even want to hold up no more. Or how about the mattress where the spring is popping out? You get like, wait, let me not roll that far over. Might end up getting a hook in my arm or in my foot. It's a joke, but it's serious, guys. Sometimes we hold on to things for dear life. Why? When there's so many other opportunities and beautiful, bright things that are just waiting for you. So I challenge you guys, just switch it up a little bit, little by little, until you can handle doing things all the time, just different. Maybe you like your routine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with liking a routine if it works for you, but consider this. What if there was better? Better flow, a better zone, a better outlook? Wouldn't you want to at least test to see if that's true for you? I think you would. Try foods you've never tried before, maybe at least one time. Try a restaurant that you've never been to before. Or how about this? You go to your same restaurant and you go to your go to meal. Try a different meal on the menu. Yeah, I'm the kind of person that goes for the same old, but try something different. See if you like it at least once. And at least then you'll know you'll never order that thing again, but at least you tried. You switched it up. That's what it's all about. Just switching it up sometimes. Small things. Because when you switch it up, you're telling your higher power, God, or whoever you believe in, that you're flexible. And with flexibility means that you can stretch more, you can resist, you can tolerate more, you want more, you deserve more. You're ready for something different. Little things, guys, little things. Change your toothbrush every 3 months. Try a different flavor. Maybe change up your soap. Try a natural soap, or you go to BodyGarbage and buy one of the natural soaps there. You have the same fragrance, try a different one. You may love perfumes, try a different one. So when everybody sees you, like, oh, I don't smell you anymore. You smell different. Nothing wrong with that, right? Switch it up. You guys know I was forced to switch it up. Got a new phone, had to switch that up. Got a new case. Almost feel like I have a new life. But guess what? Because I was forced to do that, I have better quality cell phone videos. I have better quality internet service. I have a lot more space on storage for my phone. Those are good things, right? Anything in life, guys, that you feel you want to change, gradually do it. Just little by little. Okay, even if you don't want to get rid of your couch, maybe buy some cushions, some couch pillows, and put one or two on the couch just to change it up. That's another way of it changing too, right? You just switched up the whole entire thing by putting on a green couch a black pillow or a blue pillow. You just switched the whole entire thing, the whole metaphysics of it. And you just told life, I'm flexible. Give me something more. I'm willing. I'm flexible and willing to try. Even if it doesn't work out to the way I thought it would work out, I'm willing. Guys, I'm gonna need you to get in this. Anybody that has a blue wrench, I'm gonna need you to get on in this because I see that there is one troll. So I'm gonna need y'all to help a sister out. That's why I paused a little bit. Yes, so be willing. No, that's okay, because it came up as hidden and whether I could show it on my end. So I was able to delete it. Yeah, that Alexander Falcone or whoever it was said some, um, didn't say anything bad, but definitely used foul language. And I don't appreciate, there's one thing I don't appreciate. You can yell at me, you can do whatever you want. But as soon as you start cursing at me because I don't use foul language, then it's a whole nother story. Like, it's not cool. So, yes. So, it's not cool to have all of that going on. But thankfully, it popped up on me before it showed to you guys, I guess. Um, but yes, removing the clutter. See, I had to remove some clutter just now. Maybe I should just go ahead and report him. Let me just report him because I don't want him coming back. Uh, let's see. There we go. I just reported him too, because just in case he or she or whomever decides to go in other people's live streams or whatever and be disrespectful. Um, so yes, guys, we have to remove the clutter. Take out the garbage. Removing the clutter emotionally. Do you know? Do you know how emotionally you may have been thinking about certain things, or let's say the same thing keeps on happening over and over again with a uh, same situation happening over and over again with different people? That is life telling you you need to handle it so that you can overcome emotional clutter. You also know the doubt that often creeps up. Oh, I doubt whether I'm going to get this job, or I don't know. I don't feel like I'm qualified enough. All you're saying to life is like, you physically say, I want a new job, but you're saying deep down, well, life, I don't think I deserve this job because I'm not good enough. Because you keep saying it to yourself. You have to choose a side at one point or another. Are you going to be willing to get the new job and accept it, even though you may not think you're qualified? Or are you just going to continue to say, I want, but not actively do something to put it into place by removing that barrier, that emotional barrier of saying, I can't. Oh, I contradict. I forgot. What do you think? Or I'm not as talented, or my art will never look as good. But from what I know, art is viewed through each person's eye differently. Everybody sees things differently in art. So why are you keeping that emotional baggage of I contradict my possibilities of being great at this thing? Even with relationships. Oh, I'm never going to be able. See, this is why we need to heal from each situation, right? Because depending on the severity of how your relationship may have ended, could be the same severity that you bring into the new relationship, meaning like it's not going to be successful because of what happened in your past. Or let's just say you find the best person that's for you, but because you haven't been able to process the healing of the healing and trauma of the previous relationship, you kind of have your self inflicted um, sabotaging of that relationship before it can even flourish. So that's why it's important to say, you know what, if you're not ready, then don't jump in, because you can mess up the very thing that could have made your life amazing. And now you just have to wait all over again. Amazing can happen maybe once or twice in a lifetime. So you know how long it took for you to not find that first lifetime, and now you have to wait for the second. Emotional baggage, guys. Important. We have to process that. So like as much as we write our vision boards, I think we should also consider doing like a burn. Hey, living with the Hendersons, welcome back. How are you? Um, so imagine this, right? So While we do our vision boards, let's do a board of release. I don't know if that's a real technical term for it, but a board of release. Everything that has hurt you ever in your life that you can remember. Maybe you've processed it, maybe you haven't. Write it down on a piece of paper. Look at it. Go through the process of mourning those items. Then burn or bury it or flush it down the toilet. Whatever helps you to eliminate it. So you don't go back to that. So now you're a fresh, clean slate again. Emotional baggage, we have to get that out. It's like when we drink our lime water, we're removing the mucus. We need to remove the traumas and all of the erase all of those traumatic experiences and those emotions. Got to get them out, especially the ones that are holding you back from being the best person. Because a lot of us are being held back by emotional things that have happened to us. Yeah, I think we all will have a great crying session by just really looking at that. Maybe you might need more than one piece of paper. Maybe you might need a whole oak tag of it, but as long as you get it out. If you're not the type that wants to talk about it, as long as you get it out and you seriously say, I let go. I let go of these things and I never want to revisit this thing in my mind ever again. You are opening up a whole new bunch of emotions of saying, I am ready, emotionally ready to accept everything that is good. And when I get those good things, I'll know how to treat it. That is what you're saying. When you have emptied out the clutteration in your mind, those emotions that have just been festering up, just eating away at you. Once you remove that, you're a clean slate. And then you can build it back up with all the positive things that we talk about, right? With our vision boards, with saying positive affirmations like, you are beautiful, I am amazing, I am wonderful, I am whole, I am whatever you want to fill in the blank. Start re entering, reprogramming some beautiful things that will make you feel great. So when you receive great things, you'll process it a lot differently. Emotional clutter. Oh, I think I'm going to do that later. If you hear about a house being burned down, it's me. I'm joking, but I'm serious. Because I still want to get whatever is ready and waiting for me. If all it means is I need to just open up a little more and remove some more of the traumatic things that I've thought about that I haven't really released completely, if I could just get rid of them, then I'll be ready for even more great things. Then I'll glow a little better, glow more. I'm speaking for myself. You can speak for yourself too. Think about it, guys. What is the harm in trying? Hey, Tracy, how are you? I'm good living. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Tracy, I'm so glad to see you, Tracy. I haven't seen you in so long. I missed you outside. When Norgus Art had one day off, it felt like I hadn't seen you guys in an eternity. Crazy, right? But yes, Tracy, we got to remove those emotional baggages that are holding us back. Because imagine if joy can be better. Absolutely, I want that. You should want it for yourself too. Yes, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad. I'm glad. I hope you're feeling a little better. I really want you to feel better. I really, really do. I know you say it's part of life, but I don't want to accept that. I mean, I know I'm not you and I have no right of saying that, But I really, truly want you to have like at least the enjoyment of pain-free living. Oh goodness. Just so you can enjoy life more. And I know you enjoy life now, but just even more because you deserve it. I do. I do. I want that for you. I really do. And for anybody else who may have situations going on in their lives that I don't know about, I honestly definitely want you to have the best life. I really do. I truly do. I want the life experiences to be amazing because we all deserve it. We all deserve to say, you know what? There was a point in my life where everything was just serene. Who wouldn't want to experience a little bit of serene bliss? I think we all deserve to have that. I really do. I truly think so. That's like heaven on earth. Why can't we? At least for a moment, even if it doesn't last forever, but just for a moment. And if that moment could last for like 20, 30 years, that's still a moment. Because, like they say, our lives are only just but a drip drop. So, with my little drip drop, I want my little drip to have a little bit more meaning and enjoyment. And I want that for everybody. I really do. So, outside of our physical, for us to start enjoying life more, start removing the clutter in your homes, in your mind, especially here, guys. Especially here, guys. Because I know, because I can say for myself, I know sometimes we beat ourselves up. Like we knock ourselves out sometimes emotionally. Sometimes we do. And sometimes it's because of things that have been in us for too long. But imagine if you let that go, that there's empty space and room for more love, more happiness, more radiance. And guess what? When you do all of that, you can be more effective for those who are in more need than you are. Double fold. Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? So get your pens out, get your marker out, start decluttering here. If you go to wherever you want to start with first. Again, if you just want to test the waters and see if there's any validity to what I'm saying, just do it. Test wherever you want to start. Whether it's moving one of your paintings to another room, just test it, and I guarantee you, you'll notice some subtle differences. And then you can start doing the big haul. Clothing, repurposing your stuff for someone else who will see it as like, wow, there's no tags on it, but it's brand new to them. Don't wait until your stuff is overused where it can't be reused again. Literally. Go through your fridge. See if there's any expired things in there. It can happen. Let me tell you guys, I wish earlier when I was doing Hello World, I wish I wasn't embarrassed at the time to show you what I found in my fridge, right? So I used to get shredded cheese and I put it in the zip. I put it in the bottom part of the fridge, where it opens and closes the drawer. And for some reason, I never really opened those drawers. And so one day I opened it. I was like, oh, look at the shredded cheese. And I looked at the date. It said 2015. And we're talking about this was like 2017 at this time, probably 17, 18. I looked at the bag and it still looked fresh, guys. It didn't even smell expired. I opened the bag and it was still fresh. Guys, ever since then, I do not buy shredded cheese. 2015, that cheese was in my fridge. It did not mold. Can't explain to me why it didn't mold. I'll tell you why. One, because that drawer wasn't moved. Two, the bag was no longer opened. But three, it's very unsettling to know that you can have a package of shredded cheese that has an expiration date of maybe 3 months from the day you buy it, to know years, 2 and 3 years later, when you look at the package, there's not even one mole in sight. And if I wasn't paying attention and tried to use that, guys, what are they doing to us? That's why I eat a certain way now, guys. That's part of the reason why. It didn't even expire. It didn't get moldy. Shredded cheese, and it was a name brand shredded cheese. I wish I did a video of that. I really do. But I was so embarrassed to admit that I had something in my fridge that long. But I say that to say anyway, we all have things in our fridge and freezers that we may not be proud of, that needs to just be removed and cluttered, decluttered away. You know, like the ketchup bottles that we don't use all the way, just throw it away because you're opening new stuff. You know, the Arm& Hammer that's in the fridge that's supposed to keep it fresh. We have had it for years and haven't removed it. Throw it away, replace it with a new one. That shows flexibility, guys. That shows that you're willing to get new things, think a different way. And you know what too? When you have a little extra, maybe get somebody to deep clean your house for those areas that you probably would not have thought to clean or whatever. You know, like up in the ceiling, just doing a little swift on top the ceilings and the walls, because all of that stuff ends up getting dusty. But when you get a deep clean, if you don't want to do it yourself, hire somebody else to do it, and they'll deep clean your house. Sit there and watch them do it. Shampoo the rugs. Just do a whole nice fresh haul. Move your furniture around. Oh, let's go to sleep. Something. But guys, we need to at some point start somewhere to declutter our lives, because we all have clutter in our lives that need to be removed. And once we realize that and face it and start to do something about it, imagine how much different, in a good way, your life will be. It's just like the growing pains. It hurts to get rid of stuff that we're used to having, but once it's gone, you will learn not to miss it anymore. And guess what? It will be replaced with something maybe emotional, maybe something material, maybe something you have no idea, but it will be replaced with something that will make your life better. Guys, I'm here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. That's the times where you can catch me. As a reminder, Hello World is all about us talking freely about things that are very uncomfortable sometimes, and decluttering is it can be an uncomfortable topic because it sometimes forces us to look at ourselves. I know it's forcing me to look at myself and find areas that need to be decluttered and to be more effective for myself and those who are in need, in more need than me. That's what Hello World is all about. If you guys want to learn anything more about me or anything about my company, Be the Difference Clothing, look at the links down below, click on them. There's the Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes, different ordinary people like ourselves sharing different themes that they see from their perspective. Click on them, watch the videos, because you never know how encouraging it might be for you. I know everybody sees the opening video with Michelle, and Michelle was the very first person who ever just said yes to me for Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes. She said yes with no questions asked. And we recorded that video, and then about 2 years later, she passed away. So she's been passed away for about a year now. But she shared a very tough experience as being a parent with a child who was addicted to a substance abuse and also had emotional issues going on. So, guys, if you ever want to be a part of our lives seen through my eyes, we can make it happen. Let me know. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and I'll record you, and then people can be encouraged by your story. Guys, let's continue to be the difference for each other, even for people who, like the person that was doing some uh, disrespectful things in the chat. And again, it wasn't anything very disrespectful. It's just I didn't like the foul language. Um, so those people can see that they're amazing and just as beautiful, but they just need to dig into the better part of themselves and let that glow and grow instead of the negative. You are beautiful. There is no mistake about you or your life. You can always go up. Don't want to go down, go up. You have so much unlimited, tapped list potential that I want you to experience and explore. By decluttering, you're saying you want to try to get to those potentials that you never thought were possible. The impossibilities that were possible now for you. That. Spend time meditating, guys. Remove the emotional clutter. We all have it, guys. Remove it. Get your little clipboard, get your notepad. Even if you fill up a notebook of stuff that you just have to let out, then burn it, bury it, whatever. But never go back to it. That's the point, guys. We cannot go back to the same old, same old. It is no longer useful or vital for your life. Trust me, it's not. Because it's like saying, Joy, using me as an example, Joy, it's okay to go back to the way you used to be. Then I will disappear from here if that happens. So, guys, think of it for yourselves. You cannot go back to just living the life the way it is. There's so much more for you. There's so much more in store for you, just waiting for you. Just dig deep and allow it to flow. If it means decluttering some people who possibly weigh you down for the moment, do it until you're strong enough to resist whatever clutter or whatever emotional baggage that they so easily have been able to release and you absorbed. Because you want to be able to let it hit you and then it go down. You don't want it to hit you and then absorb inside of you. Because the worst thing you can do is absorb someone else's pain and stay in that pain because you already have pain of your own that you haven't even released. But you will tonight or tomorrow. Work on it, guys. Please, 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 please work on it. We all deserve better. We all deserve all of the limitless possibilities of this life. We all deserve it. We all deserve true, true, pure happiness, guys. Not the happiness that only lasts for a moment, but the happiness that resonates in your soul because you've released some of the things that have been holding you back and will never go back to it. Please, guys, please just try. Please. I'm going to do it, guys. Once I hang up from here, I'm going to go work on that because I know that there's more that can go. And I know that once that's gone, my life is going to be more amazing. And then I can feel that amazingness even more. So I can be better equipped for other people. That's what it's about for me, guys. For me, I want the best for you. I want you to be able to think more clearly, more strategically. I want you to have a mind so sharp Dude, give it a chance. Remember, guys, you are not a mistake. You're not ugly. You're not insane. You're not beneath whatever your bad experiences were. You can come out and be better than ever before and stronger than ever before. So you never go back. You may slip and fall from time to time, which is okay, but you never go back. May the rest of your evening be as enjoyable as today. May you rest so peacefully that you wake up refreshed. So you can continue to be the difference in everyone's life and especially your own. Because what's life without a little bit of happiness and pleasure and enjoyment? True enjoyment, guys. I'm not just talking about the enjoyment of superficial things. I mean like true enjoyment in here. And within that enjoyment within. That enjoyment when somebody sees you, they're like, I don't know what it is about that person. I can't put my finger on it, but I can't I can't stop wanting to gravitate towards them because there's something about them that just I gotta know. I gotta know what it is. What's their source? What is their key to making them feel and look that way? And it's not physical look, it's just soul that they see. And that's my hero. But until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Hello World. How was that? Did you like that? I'm going to do it the other way around now, too. Well, guys, thank you again for tuning in and giving me a little bit of your time each and every single night. I appreciate you. I'm thankful. I hope that we all gained something because I know I did. And like I said, I'm going to get the writing and I'm burning. Maybe shredding. Tomorrow I'll shred, but I'm going to write. Until we meet again, I thank you guys. I appreciate you. And see you tomorrow on another episode of Hello World.